Incoming pirate.
Come on, Ribbon! They haven't even shielded up yet! Damn it.
They shot my
Rip.
face. So.
Rip. Oreo!
I didn't fucking see him until...
I heard that. Yes, baby!
I didn't even register that he was there until he fucking lit me up. Meow.
Damn it, them hoes got my gold flatline.
Meow.
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 That's my girl.
Meow.
Xander, ready up.
Meow.
So, I finally watched How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2.
How'd you like them?
It was a good movie.
Meow.
My question is, why the fuck is Kung Fu Panda 3, but not 1 and 2 on Netflix?
You would have to ask the studio that. I have no idea.
I don't care.
What's
stupid
wrong
shit.
with Kung Fu Panda 3, huh?
I don't know.
with
You
it?
would have to ask that fucker side.
No, like, Kung Fu
What?
Panda 3 is there, but not 1 and 2.
It's because they don't have the rights for 1 and 2 right now. They didn't sign to, They signed to put 3 in, whoever fucking owns Kung Fu Panda, which I'm pretty sure is Nickelodeon. I can only assume. They signed a deal for 3, but they didn't re-sign for 1 and 2, so it was probably taken out of Netflix at one point if it was ever on Netflix. And they probably, and they're probably not willing to.
Oreo, I will throw you out of my room if you keep fucking doing that. Stop.
Mira,
And they're
mira,
probably
come
not gonna bother putting 1 and 2 on just because they're not relevant. Nobody, and they're not a. They're gonna be because they have to pay Netflix as well as sign. That's how Netflix gets even more money. Like it's sort of a 50-50 thing where, like, Netflix will receive like, will receive money from the product, pretty much.
I think Netflix is losing lots of money.
No,
Oh,
Netflix
yeah.
is. No, Netflix is 100% losing money because they're talking
Oh, yeah.
about putting ads in.
Oh
So,
yeah.
So they're
No,
100%
it's because they
losing
either
money.
have to raise prices to compete, to be able to compete and be top dog in all the streaming platforms. Because of course
But they're not.
Disney's the fucking, but now they're getting, because they used to fucking kick ass in Hulu because nobody wanted to fucking buy a Hulu subscription when they knew
Somebody
that they'd
get your
have
girl a
to.
Spitfire.
Okay.
Nobody would want to get Hulu unless they had to get Hulu.
I want to get Hulu because we want
I got fucking so scared. I'm
Xander,
scared.
I love how you literally jumped around like you were getting ready to beat my ass into the ground.
Bro, because I was. You just saw me before I could.
Woo, let's go.
Yeah, I was. You just saw me before I could put something. Do something. Not put something. Why would I put something anywhere in your direction?
She'll never let you down.
Fucking, I'm gonna shut up.
Okay. I don't know where that was going, but okay.
I don't know where that was going either, which is why I shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Taco Bell.
I don't
Shuck
I
it
don't
the
grammar
fucking up it.
I don't fucking grammar well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go play more.
Oreo?
I heard the cat.
Yeah, you can't miss her. Like, honestly.
I heard the pussy. What?
I mean, technically, yes, you are scientifically correct.
Yeah.
So when a woman's stomach growls, is it really the stomach or is it the
No,
demon
it's the
below?
stomach.
Damn.
Yeah, the only time it wouldn't be the stomach is if you're not near the stomach. Fuck yeah, give me that shit.
Fuck, I tried to dibs it before you.
Hammer point.
Wait, wasn't there a thing where if you dibsed it, other people couldn't pick it up? Like, that was a thing one season, but then everybody hated it?
No, I think that was the, I think you're confused with the replicator.
Well, yeah, I know that's a thing with the replicator, but I swear that was a thing when you did, like, an actual item.
Crafting, do not bloody disturb.
Oreo. Yes, I know. Why are you going nuts?
So I saw some video that's like pretty crazy. This guy just used common sense. But you guys support Black Lives Matter, right?
Yes.
Oh, no.
What about abortions?
Oh, no.
Yes.
So tell me this, lady. A lady is pregnant with a black baby. Does that black baby lives matter?
I mean, does the woman want to have the baby?
Big ups, team.
No.
And how far along is the pregnancy?
Well, she doesn't want the baby. And
Okay, then she doesn't want the baby.
Yeah, but the baby's black.
So?
So does that mean his
Black
life
Lives
doesn't
Matter.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter. A baby's not alive until it's born, or until it's past a certain gestation. And even then abortion's not about the late term shit. It's about the early term shit. People are like, oh my god, what if you know the late term, whatever. Shit happens late term.
Standard energy mag here.
But the chances of a late term abortion are less than 101% of all cases.
This black guy said that like to a group of protesting doctors, and all of a sudden when he asked does a black baby lives matter, and then everyone just like didn't say anything because you know you can't have both things. So it's just
So,
that they do
abortion, the abortion, you guys do understand that the abortion in reference is cells, right? Not the full fetus. It's people who are typically usually under 16 weeks. That's what the bill is for. It's for people who are mostly under 16 weeks or under extremely excruciating, medical circumstances, or people who have high-risk pregnancies or lives are in danger.
I completely accept that last part, where if neither the mother or the baby can
Just a
live,
moron.
I accept that as as a reason to abort. But as a believer, the moment it's conceived, it's potential life, and God says not to kill
Potential life, but it's not true life.
It's potential life, but
It's
you stop that
potential
potential.
life.
You stop that potential when you abort it.
But yeah, let's
And
say,
the
okay,
fact that you think
that's-
that just because it's potential life and that should be good enough reason to just fucking kill it. You're
that's
killing
not
life.
what I said. I did not say that because it was
Oh, yeah.
potential life. It's cells, bro. It's not like I'm pulling a baby out of my uterus and wrapping the umbilical cord around it and fucking murdering it. The cells are no bigger than a drop of blood coming from a syringe after you get a vaccine. You do understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
And do
just
you
because-
also understand that people who don't have access to safe abortion, the suicide rates and the murder rates for women and infants and children is 311% higher? Look, I understand the whole, it's not in my right thing or it's not in my belief thing. And look,
Yeah.
man, I sympathize with that. I really, really do. And I do believe that you have the right to believe what you want to believe. But you can't sit there and say that only people in serious situations can have safe abortions while everyone else either doesn't have access to them or has bad situations where they can't keep the child or has an issue with it to where it's just not going to be a
I'm not
good
saying
life.
anything. I'm not in a situation where I can fucking choose for other people. Everybody
No,
fucking...
we're not.
Nobody is.
It's their
Unless...
problem, not ours.
Which is why we live in a democracy for a fucking reason, so people overall can fucking choose what they want to do. If this plan goes into effect where anybody can have, where people can have an abortion, I'm not going to fucking suffocate myself because of it. I'm not going to get fucking pissed myself because of it.
No, but I
Fucking
will
kill
tell you one
babies,
thing
but in
now.
my belief, you're the one that's going to be going to hell. You're the one that's going to be sinning by,
Would you
Because-
die?
So, while I
God-
do believe to an extent,
even in the Ten Commandments, which I mean, it's what I believe. You cannot believe
Thou
like
shalt not murder.
you can choose. Yeah, the first thing that God tells you to not to do is kill. And
but
I mean, I'm not a fucking
God has-
scientist,
no.
so I can't fucking go in. I don't know the fucking facts, but just through common sense, I can fucking realize that even a clump of cells is life. It's living.
It's not a
Cells
full
live.
life.
Yes, it cannot. Yes, it cannot sustain.
It can't
itself,
function on its
but-
own.
But guess
Uh,
what? There's people that are fully developed that cannot function on their own because of quote-unquote disabilities.
Hmm.
So what? Should they fucking die?
No.
Replicators coming in.
Exactly.
They're living, breathing people.
They have
Cells
yeah.
are not living, breathing people. Just because they have the potential to be one doesn't mean anything. Look, I'm gonna give you a prime scenario, okay? And this is the one that I like to use, okay?
Okay.
All right. I am a woman. I'm 25. I'm married.
Alright.
I have 2 kids. I think Evan didn't want to have this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm about to have my 3rd. Okay.
Congratulations.
Okay? Thank you.
No problem.
Because abortion has been outlawed, there's no such thing. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, let's just say that that's the way it is. I'm dying. My baby's dying.
Here.
Yeah.
Point.
My husband will be left alone with the children that we remain. I can't get an access to a safe abortion. I can't induce myself. Oh, by the way, this new bill also includes people who have miscarriages. You can be arrested for having a fucking miscarriage.
What? Like,
Let's say
That is
they
not
tell
what
me-
I agree with.
See,
my-
but that's the thing
no.
though, bro. My whole point is that there's so many fucked up parts of this bill that the actual understandable parts of where the bill comes from
Oh yeah.
is null and void because of all the extra shit in it.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
My sisters had
Damn, remember?
2 of my sisters had miscarriages. I'm pretty sure one of them had multiple. My girlfriend's mother had 3 miscarriages, all of them boys. She would have had 6 kids.
Enemy.
me, I had
You
to
saw
know
that, right?
the
You saw
whole
that.
thing.
Blackwing.
Oh, enemy? Yeah, for the whole.
Come on, we ain't playing this fucking game, kid. We ain't fucking
Yeah, we are.
playing
Let her
this
come back.
game.
Let her come back.
Damn! Oh, I got hit pretty hard. I lost this shit.
Recharging my shields.
Oh shit, that's you.
I broke her. I broke her. I broke her.
Blackwing, stay over.
Thank you.
You don't like that game?
Did she have bats? I
what?
need them.
Oh, here, I took him.
Oreo.
News. We're in the next ring.
So,
Oreo. Good God, baby.
Was that
let's
the
see if
only
there's
one?
another.
Yeah, she's a solo.
No wonder why.
All right, back to my story, okay? Sorry.
Yeah.
I just this story is not really for debate. I just kind of want you to get where I'm coming from.
No, you're chill. You're
All right.
chill.
Okay.
I don't care
So-
where this debate ends up.
They tell me, hey, okay, this is what's going on. This is the deal. Hi, baby girl, come here. They tell me, I'm sorry, ma'am. We cannot allow you to have any kind of abortion. We understand it would be saving your life. However, it's outlawed and it's banned, and you're just going to have to carry the baby to term and die. So, me, being the person in the situation, I take my own life. So, after that's over,
I
and
meant
I'm
to
gone,
ping.
my husband gets arrested because of it.
What?
How the
Oreo,
fuck
I
does he
swear
get
to holy shit! Stop doing that!
There's no way that they would
Why
fucking.
would he get arrested?
How?
Because
There-
I killed myself, and the baby was dying, and I was dying. So in their eyes, I used to be the one responsible for us, but I'm not. And because my husband failed to get me to sustain a pregnancy, he is responsible for it. Or if he's not responsible for it, they name him a suspect.
Okay, but there is no... He would have to face trial, and there is no way a judge in his right mind that... Because a judge can overrule, and it can go into Supreme Court, and it will change. Even if the mother's life is taken, even if that... They're not gonna face... You're fucked, buddy.
Where's the Watson at?
I just fucking murdered her.
Thank you, good
He's
sir.
saving anyone's life and... There we go.
Whoa! Where did I get hit from? From behind!
Yo, I need you
No,
over
no, no,
here,
no,
bud.
no, 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 no. He's pushing, he's pushing, he's pushing!
One back up.
Yo, right here.
Fuck off!
Right here, Ruben.
Come on.
Fuck her up! Come on, bro!
I fucking choked that, bro.
I almost had it. But yeah.
I just personally believe this. You can't sit there and say that only women who are in medical emergencies have the right to an abortion. Because I'll tell you one thing. If I'm raped and can't get an abortion and I get pregnant, I'm killing myself.
Okay, I see why.
Because if you only allow one circumstance or so many circumstances, you're basically telling women that no matter what they do in their life, part of their body is never their body, and that if they're in a situation that they cannot provide for, everyone's like, oh, just give it up for adoption. Yeah, that's fantastic. Another fucking mouth with the 17 million children living in fucking foster care in an overcrowded, underfunded system is exactly what we need. Not to mention the fact the bill is not for anything over 16 weeks. If you don't already know this, an infant's heartbeat is not detected until 8 weeks, but there is no actual function of the child until 20 weeks, which is why 4-month abortions are still fine because they're no bigger than the size of an eraser. I was 1 pound at 1 pound at 24 weeks, which is 5.5, 6 months. Okay? I was no bigger than the size of my deodorant bottle. My deodorant bottle is about 4.5 inches. I could wear Barbie doll clothing on a baby doll, like a Cabbage Patch doll, because that would fit me for 6 months. I don't think that people understand the scope of this. You're not watching babies, or not babies. You're not watching abortions, okay? If you're not watching abortions, just fucking ignore it. The same way y'all ignore your cousin at the wedding who's molesting his sister, the same way you ignore the children in foster care and the starving Ethiopians on the street. Everybody who I know...
Yeah.
No, I know you're not ignoring it.
It's not that I'm ignoring it, it's just that I can't, there's nothing I can go out there and do it, but that's not what I feel.
There's nothing you can do about abortion, though, either. The only thing you do by making abortion illegal is by making it unsafe. Women in the Depression, when shit was bad, obviously birth control wasn't really a thing until the 60s. Everybody kind of knows this. That's why your moms or your aunts or your grandparents had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children. Some people. Okay? Hi, Oreo. So,
Let me say something.
go ahead.
If people didn't want to have the kid, why they get pregnant in the first place? Like, don't they know like protection and stuff?
So again, it's fine.
Rape.
And I understand that. But there's rape, there's incest, there's failed contraception, there's fake contraception. There's date rape, drugs, there
Fucking A.
is a loss of consciousness, there is medical health problems, there is accidents, oopies, slip-ups, there is people sabotaging things. I mean, there's all that shit is real. And that's the thing, though. You can't necessarily prove that someone fucked with your birth control. You can't necessarily prove. You can be on a reasonable doubt. You cannot always prove that you were raped or that you were molested. I had a friend who at 15, one more story, friend at 15 in high school, 10th grade, pregnant. Her family shunned her to keep it because they swore it was her boyfriend's. It was her fucking brother's child that she had to bear, because not only when she told the family did they tell her, oh, well, you don't have to worry about it, you know, blah, 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 they sent him to go live with the family in, like, Arkansas or some shit, because all life mattered that much to them. So when that child was born, they both died. Because he came back and killed them both because he didn't want to be a father and he knew she didn't want to be a mother. So instead of taking out his problems on whatever he was dealing with down there, he didn't want her to have the baby. He came back and he killed her.
So let's go back to the part about who's the baby father. Like, who is it? Like her brothers?
Yes, her brother had been abusing her for like 4 years.
And does the parent knows about the whole pregnancy?
Yeah, and she wanted to get an abortion, and they told her no because all life mattered.
Okay, all life.
And
does matter, but,
yes,
only...
they were found guilty of conspiring, or not conspiring, but of
That's good.
Yeah.
Justice served. But like, I'm gonna say this: all life matter, but only the right life. Not like this one with the incest bait. That does not matter because. And the parent does deserve to be convicted
the funny
for
thing.
that.
It's not exactly what Blackwing said, but it's something. It's something. There's always going to be cases of the other side, and it's sort of like how democracy and communism works. You never get you can never have the full 100% to work. You can never have 100%
You're either going to piss somebody off, you're going to get somebody angry, or not everybody's going to be happy or satisfied with the solution. That's why people in like situations compromise about shit that they probably shouldn't be compromising about, and they do it anyway because, oh, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my eyes, I mean, my opinion hasn't changed, but it really just... It depends on the circumstances, and I feel, if anything... It shouldn't become a law or commandment to do just one thing. It really should just come down to a court. It's gonna be really hard to do this, but
so long, bro.
Yeah,
court like that's not a bad idea for certain circumstances. But I will tell you that
court literally meant for cases like this.
But that's still, Xander, that shit can take weeks up to months, even in a what's it called, like a prioritized, or even in expedited cases.
Yeah, a prioritized.
It can take months. If I'm 12 weeks pregnant and I have to get an abortion before 16 weeks, and abortions are so hard to find, let's say if I hold this fetus past 12 weeks, something's going to happen, its blood's going to die, whatever. You know, shit happens all the time with that. Let's say they're like, sorry, the wait list is so bad that you have to go longer than 4 weeks. First of all, now I can't get the abortion. I can't travel across state lines. There's nowhere in the U.S. that's willing to legally do it for me now. Practices are going to be closed. People are going to be paying a lot of money to get it done. And it's going to hurt, and it's going to make them sick and injured, and people are going to get infected, and they're going to get HIV and AIDS from the shared materials, the metals, the blood. It's going to make people worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, waiting. No one wants to wait.
Stop going nuts, baby. Come on.
No one wants to wait for something that needs to do it now. Like, seriously. But if you have...
Oh, no,
you're at 12 week, and you're about to get to the 16 week, that's the court's problem. Like, Like, is their
It's
fault
just
that you
another
didn't get
thing of it. You're never gonna find a 100%. It's
You're
either
never going.
one way or
no, no, no,
another,
no.
but you're still gonna
Yes.
piss someone off.
Yes, but here's my whole thing. I used to believe that all life was sacred, and I
Oh, yeah.
still, in a sense, do kind of believe that. But I've grown older, and as the older I've gotten and the more I've realized, why the fuck am I so concerned about what God thinks about women's bodies? He designed us to, we are designed to be women. We are not designed to bear children. We have the functionality to do so, but if I can't bear children, I'm still a woman even though I got all my parts. But my other thing is this. God has allowed so much shit into people's lives through suffering and losing children and like drowning and like their husbands like committing murder or being pedophiles
But that's the thing.
or their son
It's-
killed on their graduation day. I don't understand. And even God literally it's
Here,
I have
I'm
a
gonna
picture on my
stop you
phone.
there. You can't.
Go ahead.
You can't believe in God without believing in Jesus, but you can't also believe in God without believing in Satan.
Yeah?
You cannot
That's
have
the
good
thing.
without the evil.
Because
You
Satan.
can't have good without evil.
Good and evil
you
is good
can't
and
have
evil.
good. Yeah.
No, it's like saying
And
you
not
can't
only
have
that,
one
God-
without the other.
There is sin for a reason.
And that's
It's not
totally
because
fine.
God wants people to suffer. It's because the whole reason how sin was created was because God gave people freedom of
Freedom of choice, freedom of will.
Yeah, freedom of will. Yeah, that's exactly how sin was created.
Of course.
Because, and it's, I mean, you can say it's God's fault, but then would you rather have to? Would you have to? Would you rather deal with the good and the bad of fucking life right now rather than being subject to fucking ruling under his thumb and everything that he says you to do? No, life will
And
be
that's-
boring. It'll
Right.
be sad. It'll be depressing.
Right. But my
It's
whole
not
thing
that it'll
is
be
this:
sad
is
and
that
depressing. It'll be like heaven when you go up. When
it'll
you go
just
up to heaven.
it'll just be flat. Like
It'll
you
be
can't
flat.
have a life where you follow everything by the
You'll
book.
have
That
no
shit is
life
flatter than Coke. Like that shit is flatter than diet flat soda
I
left
don't
out
know.
in the sun.
Coke gets me kind of high, if you know what I mean.
I mean, Coke. Shut up, Xander. But I will tell you one thing. Look, guys. As
Yeah.
much as I would love to see a wonderful pregnant woman walking down the street and 6 months later watch her push that carriage with that baby, life doesn't always happen that way.
Oh yeah.
And women deserve the access to free, safe, affordable health care. Whatever that health care might have to be. Yes, it can be a little discerning and a little unnerving and stuff like that. But it's so much better to offer women abortions that are safe and healthy than to watch them miserably raise children, hate their children, abuse their children, give up their children. You know, it's such a better alternative. Also, the planet's already kind of overpopulated and overfucked anyway. So
I do believe in that. To be honest,
Okay,
that
I believe in
last part.
overpopulation is
I was
ass,
always
like-
saying, even before I was a Christian, I was always like, dude, the world's fucked as it is. We can't even feed half our fucking population. Like,
for
to
Russia,
be
it's
honest, I
decreasing now.
was like hoping for I wasn't hoping for people to die. I don't want people to die. But I mean, if you believe in the Bible, then the whole thing is that
that's a topic for another day. But
that
yeah,
the world's
I got
fucking
you.
gonna end and shit, you know? Which, I
Yeah,
mean,
like
it's
that
all
meteor
in
that's coming
God's
out in
plan,
November.
but, you know, I don't want the world to end. My girlfriend's calling me, so I might have to cut this conversation short or she'll have a seizure.
Okay,
Why?
Because the topic of abortion, she is very strong against abortion, but if we have an argument about it, she has lost.
Does anything of her argument have to do with, besides the fact that God says so, all life is precious, all life matters?
Pretty much that is her foundation to.
Yeah, that's what
The
a lot
Bible-
of people's foundation are, yeah. Yeah. I
And
want some foundation against abortion that doesn't have to do with the Bible.
Oh yeah. The whole point is, I just don't want to get into it because she's gonna, like, she has lost her 3 only brothers to miscarriages, so the topic itself is just super, right now with her being sick, it's just super, It's like
understandable.
it's iffy. So I just don't want to bring it up around her. I'm gonna. You guys are good to dip out and fucking have the conversation yourself. I gotta tend.
No,
to,
no, no, no. I'm good, bro.
I gotta tend to my girl.
Yeah,
or
I
we
think
can
we're
play.
good.
Yeah.
I'm good with